Now, if you all please rise and face the flag for the playing of our nation's national anthem.
Welcome, everyone, to Southern Virginia University here at the Knight Sports Arena. I'm Jim Bresnahan, joined by Jimmy Groff, getting ready to bring you Southern Virginia University Knights women's basketball. We'll have a doubleheader today. Women's in the first game, men playing in the second game. It's the opponent, Frostburg, from Frostburg, Maryland, the Frostburg Bobcats, as the Southern Virginia University Knights women's team hopes to pick up its second home victory of the season. The Knights come into this game with a record of 0-8 in the Capital Conference and 3-12 overall, facing a Frostburg team that is 3-5 in the conference, and Frostburg is 5-10 overall. So again, a big game for Frostburg. They're trying to stay in the top 6 of the conference. Jimmy, the Knights here trying to pick up their second victory at home this season, and also their first conference win.
And also looking forward to Corey Stout being able to come back. She's been under the concussion protocol, so keep an eye on her, how much playing time she might get. And let's give props to Coach Heather Roberts. She's assisted by Michael Rigel, Emmett Mosley, and Jason Roberts. Also give a shout out to the trainer Marion Gowdy. So a lot of support staff here. We got a good crowd. The students are back in school, and we should have a good crowd with the women and men playing both tonight.
And this game marks the official halfway point. After this game, we move officially into the second half of the conference schedule. You get 18 conference games, and for the Knights, this is their 9th conference game. So again, this wraps up basically the Knights going through the first half of the schedule, seeing each opponent one time.
And let's let our viewers know that this might be the next best team behind the Maryland Terrapins. This is a very good Maryland. Frostburg State comes from Maryland. They have some excellent players. They're well coached. So this will be quite a stiff challenge, but nothing that the Knights can't handle. We'll see how they come out and if they can start out from the beginning playing good offense, playing good defense. I think that maybe things are in the brewing for an upset. Keep your eyes, stay tuned to us, and we'll see.
That Knights are 3-12 on the season, Jimmy, and Heather Roberts has really been trying to experiment, find the right combination all season long, and it's been one thing after another this season. At times they have struggled shooting the basketball, other times turnovers have been the problem.
And one of the leaders for the Knights has been Shelby Windsor. She's about to tip off right now, so keep your eyes on Shelby. Maybe she'll get another double-double.
So Shelby Windsor is getting ready to tip off, and we are getting ready to go, and action is underway here from the Knight Sports Arena as the Knights control the opening tip. And just like that, 2-0, or make a 3 with a three-pointer.
Willett starts them off hot. She's ready to go. Let's see if they can follow suit.
Meredith, of course, one of the top three-point shooters for the Knights, came in from three-point land this season, 31 of 87, 36%.
5'5" sophomore out of Suffield, Connecticut. We welcome all our viewers from the great state of Connecticut.
Good, tough defense by the Knights early on. Long three-pointer by Frostburg is up and good by Victoria Diggs. So Victoria Diggs right off the bat getting a three-pointer. And we are all even at 3. And again, this is the opening of basically the close of the first half. Here's a three-pointer outside by Larissa Knight. No good, but Barnes had the rebound momentarily for the Knights. Controlled instead by the Bobcats. They fast break the other way. and get a 2-pointer out of it, plus a foul and a chance at a 3-point play from the foul line.
That's Kirsten Rayner, a 5'9" senior from Lonaconing, Maryland. She's one of the several senior leaders they have on the Bobcat basketball team for Frostburg State.
She's their leading scorer, too, averaging 12.7 a game. She comes in hitting 68% of the foul line, sinks that foul shot to make it 6-3. So 6 points by the Bobcats after the Knights open the scoring with a 3-pointer. This is Larissa Knight across the timeline. You mentioned Corey Stout's been out a few games. That really has impacted because Corey was not only a great playmaker, but she was shooting the ball very well from outside as well. So Corey Stout not being in there really has impacted the Knights over the last 3 to 4 games.
We have an official's timeout here. Ball's back in play.
That's a 3-point lead right now for the Bobcats, who break the pressure, get it across the timeline. This is Cache Fields with the ball outside for the Bobcats, who lead 6-3. Now Diggs with it. She already has a 3-pointer in this first quarter. Pass is knocked out of bounds by the Knights. Good defense inside by Southern Virginia. We talked about the Knights trying different combinations, and it just seems like certain players over a 2 to 3 game stretch get a lot of playing time. And, you know, Alexis Barnes has been getting a lot of playing time as a starter the last 3 or 4 games.
She is one of the better athletes on the team, and besides Barnes, you've got, of course, Shelby Windsor, Meredith Willett, Larissa Knight, as well as, I'm missing the last starter there.
Yeah, Kelsey Johnson's out there.
Kelsey Johnson. And this is another one of those mixing up the starting lineups. Find out what works.
Diggs missing a desperation 3. Knights grab the rebound, but lose the ball in transition. Knights have struggled with turnovers this season. Back the other way. Layup attempt by Frostburg, no good. They got their own rebound. Up and in on the follow shot by Cache Fields. That is 8 straight points now by the Bobcats. Here's Larissa Knight over to Willett, open for a 3-pointer. It's up and no good. There's Windsor battling for the rebound, couldn't control it. Fast break the other way. Here comes Frostburg. Nice pass inside. It's knocked away by Kelsey Johnson. And it's going to be a Bobcats ball with 7:37 to go here in the first period. And Frostburg on top 8-3 after the Knights got the opening 3-pointer. Frostburg has scored the last 8 points. Hook shot by Fields, left it short. And Willett grabs that rebound. Larissa Knight gave up the dribble, pass inside to Windsor, knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Sydney Stotler for the Frostburg Bobcats.
And Stotler's only freshman for the Bobcats right now. Like you mentioned, Fields, you've got Rayner, you've got 2 other sophomores. They've got a few more senior leaders that may provide experience, but Stotler's matched up real close with Shelby Windsor. Watch that matchup inside. Who can get the better?
Well, that nice turnaround jumper in the paint. She's got all 5 of the Knights' points.
Meredith Willett 5, Frostburg 8.
Both teams a lot to play for today. Knights try to get that first Capital Conference win. And as we mentioned, Frostburg right now is in a tie for 6th place. They're trying to get a victory to stay in the top half of the Capital Conference. Knights fast break. Pass ahead to Alexis Barnes. Barnes to Windsor. Layup is up and no good. Good look at a layup for Shelby Windsor. Couldn't score, though. Back the other way, Cache Fields. She went right around Larissa Knight. Missed the layup. It rimmed out. And back come the Knights.
Both teams missing their layups. We'll see who can make them.
Barnes' pass inside, stolen away momentarily, but the Knights still have it. Barnes inside to Windsor. Turnaround up and good.
Nice touch there by Shelby Windsor, the 5'10 junior out of Richland, Washington.
Shelby Windsor came in averaging 13.9 a game, the leading scorer for the Knights this season. And she has really been a workhorse offensively and defensively with scoring and rebounding for the Knights really all season long. Here's Cache Fields, 3-pointer outside, no good. And there's a push-off inside. Going to be a foul on the Frostburg Bobcats trying to push off for that rebound inside, and it'll be Rayner picking up that foul. As Tui Savura will check in for her first appearance. Angel Tui Savura in replacing Meredith Willett, who has 5 of the 7 points so far in this first quarter for Southern Virginia.
Good job by Meredith. We'll see if Angel can keep it up. The 5'6" guard out of Orem, Utah, went to Timpanogos High School, but actually grew up in Laie, Hawaii.
Knights coming off a 12-point loss last Saturday at St. Mary's. Here's a hook shot by Barnes inside. Couldn't get the shot to go. Double team on the rebound attempt. And a tie-up. Good play there by Kelsey Johnson and Alexis Barnes. And on the possession arrow, the Knights will take it out of bounds, only trailing by 1 here in the first quarter.
Kelsey appeared, Barnes appeared that she should have had that layup and then made up for it on the defensive end.
Windsor is fouled on a layup attempt. She'll go to the foul line to shoot 2, and she'll try to put the Knights on top. Windsor is a 69% foul shooter. Knights have actually shot 62.5% from the line as a team this season.
Second team foul against the Bobcats, while the Knights right now only have 1 team foul this quarter.
And Windsor hits the first foul shot as Eads will check in. Her first appearance. Kimberly Eads into the game, replacing Kelsey Johnson.
Kimmy's been usually starting. She did injure that ankle a few games ago. I think she's getting close to being 100%, but we'll see what she can do underneath with Windsor.
Yeah, a lot of different players have received starts this season. Hasn't been the same 5 all season long, needless to say. And the Knights, with that free throw, retake the lead at 9-8. And a foul. Tui Severo is going to pick it up in the backcourt. Each team now with a couple of team fouls here in the first quarter. This is Cache Fields with it. Over to Stotler. Back downward. Shot up, no good. Came into Pinkra. And it looks like a foul is going to be called on the Knights. That'll be the 3rd team foul. And Pinkra, who took that shot, will go to the foul line to shoot 2.
First foul against Shelby Windsor. 3rd team foul for the Knights this quarter.
Joa Pinkra, the foul shooter, 5'8" junior, hits the first foul shot. As the Knights will send Morgan Hartvigsen in for Larissa Knight. And now Jamila Gambi will also check in. And she'll be replacing Alexis Barnes. Well, the one thing certainly the Knights have had all season long, Jimmy, is a deep bench. A lot of players have received playing time throughout the course of the season.
I think it's just a matter of time of who grows up faster, who matures, and who can produce more points and rebounds.
2 foul shots put the Bobcats back on top at 10-9. Eads will try to work it across the timeline. She does. Hands it up to Tui Severa. Can be baseline jumper. Up too strong. Rebound. Pulled down by Rayner. And now Frostburg will take it all the way. Rayner kicks it over to Pinkra. 3-pointer on the way by Diggs. Up and no good. Windsor grabs that rebound. Ahead to Gambi. She's good on the fast break. And draws the contact. 2 shots coming for Jamila Gambi, who almost got that layup to go too.
Great fast-paced team effort. Pass it, get the rebound, pass the ball out, get it to the Gambi. Just going to make the layup, but she'll have 2 free throws here. Good passing display here for the Knights.
Gambi's first foul shot, well off to the right. She came in as a player, hitting just 11 of 21, now 11 of 22, 50% from the foul line for the season. She missed the second one, too strong. Fast break ahead to Diggs. Diggs passing it down low to Rayner. And she's going to be traveling, is the call on Rayner. And the turnover will give it right back to the Knights, who trail only by 1 here with 4:35 to go in the first period.
For those of our viewers who are not familiar with the women's basketball game, it actually has 5-minute quarters. And each quarter you're allowed 5 personal fouls, as opposed to the men's game where it's 7 and 10 team fouls.
And here comes the Bobcats back the other way. The Bobcats on a fast break. Good defense by Gambi to close off that break. Outside with the ball is Megan Kelly. Over to Fields. Baseline jumper. Up and no good. Pinkra grabbed the rebound, but she pushed off to grab that rebound, and she'll get a foul called on her. Knights again coming off that 77-65 loss at St. Mary's. The Knights have lost 5 in a row. Their last win on New Year's Eve at Mary Baldwin. And they haven't had a home win for quite some time. Just the one home win back on November the 22nd. And that overtime victory against Roanoke College. And Hartfigson nails a jump shot outside. And a foul called as well. This one on Cachet Fields of Frostburg. And the Knights have retaken the lead here at 11-10.
I believe that was Jamila Gamby with the basket, the 5'9" junior. She hails from Junction City, Oregon. She'll be at the line. Hopefully she can.
Just missed a couple of foul shots, but was able to get that jumper to go. Trying to complete the three-point play, and she does.
Nice job by Jamila.
Now, she's had an up-and-down season. She had a great game on New Year's Eve against Mary Baldwin, and then her playing time has been reduced the last couple of games. But has stepped up there with a big shot, and back the other way, a three-pointer, or at least a two-pointer, up and good by Alexis Welch. To tie the game at 12, 12-12 now.
And with the deep bench that you mentioned earlier, they have the ability to run up and down the court, play pressure defense, push the ball. I like this pace. It suits us well.
Bobcats also have a pretty deep bench. And let's see, Tui Sever going to pick up her second foul. Offensive foul is the call on Angel Tui Sever. That's 2 quick ones on her. And she's going to check out of the game, and Larissa Knight is right back in there. As we've talked about throughout this first period, though, Jimmy, not having Corey Stout has really impacted this team the last 3 or 4 games, because not only is she a great playmaker with assists and dealing off the ball and handling the ball, but was actually a pretty good shooter this season as well from outside. Reverse layup up and good by Alexis Welch gives the Bobcats the lead back at 14-12. And Larissa Knight traveled with the ball, took an extra step when she got pressured near midcourt. So a turnover by the Knights, and back the ball goes to Frostburg.
And that's something Southern Virginia is going to have to reduce, is those number of unforced errors or turnovers. That's 2 trips down where they just couldn't get past half court before a turnover or foul.
Knights came into this game with 384 turnovers for the season compared to their opponents with 316. Knights only trailing by 2. Gamby, right baseline. Kelsey Johnson to the left to Hartfigson. She'll fire from the baseline. Up and good.
Nice touch there by Morgan Hartfigson, a 5'7" senior out of Kaysville, Utah.
Steal by Gamby. Nice pass inside. Easy layup for Eads. Up and good, and the Knights have the lead at 16-14.
Great job by Kimmy Eads, 5'11" sophomore out of Ellicott City, Maryland.
And how about that steal by Jamila Gamby, too?
Steal and assist.
And back the other way, that is Alexis Welch scoring to tie the game at 16. Close first quarter between the Bobcats and the Knights. Pass inside, knocked away by the Bobcats. Pulled away by Pinkra. She'll go back the other way on a break to Welch. Welch spins, shoots, and scores. And suddenly Alexis Welch is getting hot. The 5'7" junior scores back-to-back baskets to give Frostburg the lead back at 18-16.
And with that last basket.
Nice pass inside to Kelsey Johnson by Jamila Gamby. Another assist for Jamila, and Kelsey Johnson snuck in behind the Bobcats defense. Bobcats will fire a 3 outside. It's good. That was 2-pointer by Stotler. That was weird. A 2-on-1 break. Stotler could have easily passed for the layup, but threw it back and decided to shoot that ball. Gamby misses, but there is Kelsey Johnson with an offensive rebound.
Great job by Kelsey Johnson, a 5'10".
Knights with a 2-point lead, tried to expand upon this lead. Inside to Eads, and she scores.
She was screaming for the ball. She's got the hot hand. Kimmy Eads with another basket.
24-20, and a foul going to be called on Larissa Knight, a reach-in foul. Knights will make a few substitutions with 26.8 seconds left. Eventually, that was the 15th foul, so a 1-on-1 coming up here for Diggs. Victoria Diggs, a sophomore guard. And she hits the first foul shot as Willette, Windsor, and Leilani Hansen will check into the game. Johnson and Gamby will stay out there. 24-21. Second foul shot up and good. 24-22, 2-point lead for the Knights with 26.8 seconds left. They can play for the last shot of the first quarter if they want. They lob down low instead of Kelsey Johnson, and she scores. Knights are finding ways to get behind the Bobcat defense. And almost a turnover. Pinkra will fire a jump shot outside, no good. Rebound, Willette. 5 seconds into the quarter. Gamby will shoot from the outside and left it short. And the Knights are going to have a 4-point lead at the end of one quarter. 26-22 Southern Virginia. And again, Jimmy, the Knights were able to get behind the Frostburg defense on several occasions in that first quarter to sneak behind the defense for some easy layups.
Well, Kimmy Eads, Kelsey Johnson all had their different scoring spurts in that first quarter. Also, a new starting lineup with the Larissa Knight just getting her second start of the year. She's only played in 5 games, so she's been a good leader to start the game. They've had their strength off the bench. You saw Leilani Hansen come at the end. Windsor's got a little break. I think Teresa Ver was the only one who got in foul trouble, so great team effort. The pace was fast. 26 points. They're on pace to go to 94 points.
We'll see how that goes if that pace remains.
104 points.
That's right. But as far as the Bobcats are concerned, they're just having lots of problems with turnovers right now.
Well, they do have Alexis Welch. She did have her string of points where she was just scoring. And they had one player get in foul trouble. But really, the one that surprised me the most is Rayner. Started out, scored the first 2-3 points, but she's their leading scorer and kind of been quiet the rest of the first quarter. But she's gotten some rebounds. She's been a senior leader on the team. We'll see how she responds now in the second quarter.
As far as the turnovers are concerned for the Bobcats in that first quarter, they had 4 turnovers. The Knights had 6, but the Knights were able to get a few steals, too. 2 steals for Jamila Gamby.
Well, and then also 3-point shooting, 1 of 2 at 50%. Field goal percentage, 61% compared to 42.1% for Frostburg. So you look at the score tied 8 times, the lead changed 8 times. We still got a battle on our hands here. And
a 9-8 rebounding edge at the end of one period for the Knights. Knights start this first quarter with a 4-point lead, and like Jamila Gamby will quickly pick up a foul here in the second quarter. So the first foul, the second period, goes against the Knights.
That is
non-shooting foul.
Her first personal foul on Jamila.
And perhaps her minutes will be based on how quickly she picks up additional fouls. She's been plagued, of course, by fouls, picking up fouls really throughout her career. This is Fields. Out to Stotler. Now Rayner with the top scorer for the Bobcats. Driving, missing the layup. Willette with the rebound. Ahead to Windsor. Windsor will take it all the way and can't score, but there is a rebound by Hansen, and she is fouled. Knights doing a great job crashing the boards and will earn 2 foul shots as Leilani Hansen will go to the foul line to shoot 2. She has started 6 games this season. She's just 6-9 from the foul line.
The 5'9" sophomore guard out of Saratoga Springs, Utah, prepped at Westlake High School, came into Big Bend Community College and transferred to Southern Virginia. She's been able to provide a much-needed boost at guard play. And one thing I've noticed, though, we've already missed a considerable number of free throws, so that might be crucial later on.
Yep, 3 of 6, now 3 of 7, as Hansen missed them both. Gamby missed 2 in the first quarter. Hansen misses 2 there, so the Knights 3 of 7 from the foul line, and timeout is taken by Frostburg to avoid a potential turnover. So 9:17 to go, 26-22.
All you SVU fans and music followers, we'd like to let you know the Southern Virginia University has a rich tradition of musical performance. Talented students from all majors participate in high-quality music ensembles here on campus. And for the spring and fall 2017, Southern Virginia is offering generous music and theater talent scholarships for instrumental, vocal, and acting ensembles, regardless of major. Apply now at svu.edu/music or svu.edu/theater.
And it's the last game of the first half of the conference schedule. But imagine Mary Washington and CNU are playing tonight. They are both, Jimmy, 8-0 in the conference, 15-0 on the season. So that would really be a match of 2 heavyweights, Mary Washington and Christopher Newport. CNU and Mary Washington at the top of the conference standings right now. Both again 8-0 on the season. This is a free throw up and no good by Rayner.
That foul was on Kelsey Johnson, her first team foul, the second this quarter for Southern Virginia.
And Barnes is going to check in for, looks like Kelsey Johnson will sit down with that first foul. 1 out of 2 for the foul line for the Bobcats, who now trail by 3, 26-23. So here is Willette. And a near steal, Gamby has it. Off to Willette for a three-pointer. Up and good! That's her second three-pointer today.
Meredith Willette, leading scorer for the Knights thus far.
29-23, Gamby with a steal and can't get the layup to go. Another steal, though, for Jamila, but could not get the layup to go. And back the other way come the Bobcats. Knights leading by 6. That was a chance right there with a steal and a layup to maybe hike that lead all the way to 8. This is Welch driving, and she scores.
Nice touch there by Alexis Welch. She leads all scorers with 10 points.
Barnes thought about taking the jump shot. Passes inside. It's stolen away, though. Welch came in averaging just 6.9 a game. And there's a pass down low to Rayner, and she got free. Nice pass by Welch, 29-27. So after the Knights took a 6-point lead and had a chance to get it to 8, now it's suddenly down to 2. Willette driving, shooting, missing, rebound, comes away to Cache Fields of the Bobcats. And here come the Bobcats on a fast break. All the way down to Rayner, and she scores again. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Knights. Heather Roberts not really pleased there, Jimmy, with how the Knights were getting back defensively, as Frostburg had several fast break attempts to go from 29-23 down to now 29-29 all tied.
Well, and that's the senior leadership of Kirsten Rayner, the 5'9 senior out of Lonaconing, Maryland. She prepped at Northern Garrett High School. She scored a few points, struggled there at the end of the first quarter, missed the first shot in the second quarter. Now she just scored back-to-back buckets, ties the score, and that's the kind of senior leader she's been for Frostburg. We'll see how Coach Roberts and the Knights counter now, because with the rotating lineup, it confuses the Bobcats. They don't know, well, who do I guard now? Well, who do I guard now? So I think that constant rotation and substitution, keeping player fresh, providing that pressure defense, and making the layups, making the free throws, and taking care of the basketball. That's what the Knights need right now.
Yeah, Jamila Gamby had her third steal of the game. Almost had a chance to put the Knights on top by 8, but now suddenly Frostburg has tied the game at 29. This is Gamby passing, now getting the ball back. Blocked away by Welch. No foul called. Good block apparently by Welch on Gamby, out of bounds. Knights still have the ball, 16 on the shot clock, as Pinkra checks back into the game for the Bobcats for replacing Diggs.
We got ourselves a battle here, 29 all.
Pass down low to Eads. Outside to Gamby. Boy, Eads really wanted to take that shot, but she mishandled the ball, and now the ball is knocked away and stolen away by Stotler. Fields ahead to Pinkra. Well, the Bobcats will set up their half-court offense in a tie game. Welch, who came in averaging 7 points a game, now the leading scorer in the game. Jump shot outside by the Knights by Stotler, no good. Rebound, or by the Bobcats, no good. And then here's Larissa Knight leading the break for the Knights. Over to Willette, who's got 2 3-pointers. The ball is knocked out of bounds on an attempted pass down low to Windsor. They're really trying to work that ball down low to the big players inside, Shelby Windsor and also Kimberly Eads.
And Sydney Stotler, 2 times down now, has used her long arms to deny the basketball inside.
Foul called. Eads got fouled trying to get that pass, and she is fouled by Kirsten Rayner. That's the second foul on Rayner, who will check out of the game. So Rayner is out, and Amanda Emery is into the game now for the Bobcats. Each team now has a couple of fouls here in the second period. Pass comes outside to Willette, now to Windsor. And a foul is called inside on the Bobcats, it looks like. Emery will pick that one up. That's her first.
Emery just getting her first playing time this game, a 5'11 freshman out of Halethorpe, Maryland.
Larissa Knight over to Willette, who's got a couple of threes already in this first half. Now Windsor, turnaround jumper, rimmed out, tough miss. Well, they had the shot they wanted right there with Windsor taking it, but it just rimmed out on her. Welch trying to go through two defenders, loses the ball. Back come the Knights on a fast break. This is Gamby popping and hitting. And Gamby gives the Knights the lead back at 31-29.
That's her 5th point of the game. Great job by Jamila.
Has several steals in this first half. Knights 31, Frostburg 29. Nice defense by Eads to swat away that pass. Willette, left side on the break, was right around her defender. Windsor picks up the loose ball. Too strong on the shot. And a foul over the back. And it'll go against Cachet Fields of Frostburg. And the Bobcats suddenly are piling up the team fouls here in the second period. That's the 4th team foul on Frostburg. Hansen checks back in for the Knights. Hartvigsen out there along with Windsor. Tuisavura back out there. Eads checks out. Two-point lead for Southern Virginia with 5:53 to go till halftime. And the pass comes in. It's knocked away by Emery. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Tuisavura. Trying to grab it before it went out of bounds. And it's a turnover. And Frostburg trailing by 2 with the basketball. And now Gamby is going to pick up her second foul.
It's interesting when they let them play and they're up and down and there's some bumping, and now the bumping gets called.
Yep.
It's an interesting contrast there.
Going to be frustrating at times for the players, coaches. I know they've talked about it repeatedly, just wanting consistency so they know what to expect and know how they can play. Outside with the ball is Diggs, working on Gamby. Welch is going to try a long three-pointer. It's no good. Boy, the Bobcats are really wanting to shoot those threes. Even though Stotler that time had a good look at a three and didn't take it. Cross-court pass to Welch. Welch going through the lane, missing, but she is fouled, and suddenly the Knights have their 14th foul.
Second personal foul on, correction, that's the 3rd team foul.
Third foul on Gamby.
Yeah, that's the 4th team foul.
Gamby will check out and Barnes will check in. We've talked about it, you know, when you pick up a 3rd or 4th foul, especially a 3rd foul like in the second period, your playing time, maybe potentially the rest of the game is going to be largely reduced. And another shot good by Welch. Because Gamby has made some big shots here, and we're going to have a double dribble, I think, called on Tuisavura. She kind of picked up her dribble and hesitated. And another turnover by the Knights. Boy, Alexis Welch is really having a great game for Frostburg. Again, she came in averaging 6.9 a game, but she's already surpassed that here in the first half.
Unofficially at 10 points.
Pass down low is thrown away by the Bobcats, so the Knights will get it right back on the Bobcats' turnover in a tie game at 31.
Correction, Alexis Welch has 12 points.
Barnes, left corner, she'll pop the three. Up and it rims out. Another tough miss. Well, throughout the season, Jimmy, the Knights have saw a lot of their shots in this home arena rim in and out. 31-31, 4:35 to go. Knights pressuring in the backcourt. Welch across the timeline, splits defenders, gets it down to a 2-on-1 break, and an easy layup by Stotler to give Frostburg the lead now at 33-31 after the Knights had a 29-23 lead, a 6-point lead. It's been the Bobcats now on top by 2. Southern Virginia wants to get into Windsor. Barnes outside the Tuisavura, now over to Kelsey Johnson. Kelsey, cross court to Barnes. She'll fire another three-pointer. Good! Alexis Barnes, now 11 of 27 from three-point range for the season. She came in averaging just under 39% from three-point range for the season. Diggs over to Welch. She'll try a three-pointer. Up and no good. And the rebound picked up by Barnes. She'll go on the break to Windsor. Passes just too far and out of bounds.
Great hustle both sides, but I like to see the effort by Alexis Barnes, the 5'9", the sophomore guard out of Oceanside, California. Had one that rimmed out, but she got that last three-pointer to fall. Gives Southern Virginia a 1-point lead.
And she came in averaging 6.4 a game. As we talked about, Jimmy, Barnes over the last 4 to 5 games getting a lot more playing time, and over the last 3 games getting a lot of starts, and she's making the most of it as Welch with a step-back jumper is no good. And Tui Severa snags the rebound. Knights on the break. Hartvigsen had the ball knocked away by Welch. No foul called. As Willette will check back in for Southern Virginia, and also checking in for the first time today for Frostburg will be Jasmine Tirado-Vizcala. Knights by 1 here at 34-33.
Alexis Welch is showing her basketball skills both on offense and defense the last few trips down the court.
Windsor near the foul line. High dribble, almost lost it. Barnes will fire another jump shot up and no good. And the rebound comes away to Frostburg. Welch going over outside to Emery. Three-pointer is no good, and Barnes grabs the rebound. Knights by 1. Barnes all the way. Ran into Emery, and Emery's going to pick up the foul. Barnes is all over the place, inside and outside. She is really stepping up her game here in this effort to get a conference win, a Capital Conference win for the Knights. They came in, again, 0-8 in the conference, but trying to get their first win of the conference tonight.
That last foul was on Emery, her second personal foul. That's the 5th team foul against Frostburg State.
Barnes misses from the foul line, so the Knights miss another foul shot. By my count, they had missed at least 5 in this first half. Hanson missed 2, Gamby missed 2. And Barnes got that one. So the Knights have a 2-point lead now, 35-33. Bobcats have Welch open from the left side, and she hits it.
Can't leave her unguarded. Alexis Welch, that's her 14th point of the game thus far.
Again, she came in averaging just under 7 a game, and she's already got 14. Windsor to Eads. Eads down the left side, got fouled. Kimmy will go to the foul line to shoot 2 foul shots.
That was actually Kimmy's first miss of the game. She's going to try to get her 7th and 8th point here, but she was shooting 100% before that shot.
Got the first foul shot. One-point lead. Eads misses the second one. Welch grabs the rebound. Bobcats on a break. Muscala all the way. Couldn't get the shot to go. Larissa Knight ahead to Willette. Willette will try to go all the way, and Pinker knocks it out of bounds. No foul called. But the Knights will take it out of bounds with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go to halftime.
Larissa Knight has quietly been a stalwart defensive player for Coach Roberts. I like what I'm seeing out of Larissa.
Willette open for a 3. Up and no good. Boy, a great look there. Just could not get the shot to go. Bobcats on the break. And stolen away by Willette. Ahead to Barnes. Barnes will stop and fire. And couldn't get the shot to go. And back the other way come the Bobcats. They don't have the numbers. And they'll slow it down and go back into the half-court offense with 1:30 to go to halftime.
And Larissa Knight was by herself, made the stop, causing Frostburg to pull the ball out again. Great defensive effort.
Here's Welch. To Pinkra, she'll fire a 3. Good. Jawa Pinkra, that's just her second three-pointer this season. She came in, Jimmy, 1 of 9 from three-point range, and she didn't hesitate to shoot that shot.
So she's 20% on the season, but for the game, 33%.
38-36. Off balance shot by Larissa Knight. Missed it. Again, a lot of contact. No foul call. Here's Diggs to Viscala. She traveled with the basketball. Tui Severa's got those fouls. Checking in for Larissa Knight. Angels got a couple of fouls. It's 38-36. Bobcats by 2.
Plenty of time to try to tie it up before or take a lead before you go into half.
Just 45 seconds to go till halftime. Knights trying to get even with a basket. It's Willett missing. Windsor with an easy rebound and puts it up and in.
Yeah, Shelby's 6-point and her unofficially third rebound of the game. Good job by Shelby.
Ties the game at 38. There is about a half-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So if they want to, Frostburg can basically play for the last shot of the half. Viscala, a lot of contact again. No call on either team. Here's Willett on a break. All the way Willett. She's fouled by Pinkra. So with 8 seconds to go, the Knights will get some foul shots.
And that's the second personal foul on Pinkra. I've got 6 for the quarter, but double bonus for the Knights at the line, shooting Meredith Willett.
They were really letting them play there, Jimmy, for the last couple of minutes. First foul shot is up and good, and the Knights have a 1-point lead. Willett got them both, and the Knights have a 2-point lead at 40-38 now.
Good job by the 5'5" guard out of Suffield, Connecticut. Coach Roberts is getting a couple quick subs in for the 8.2 seconds left in the half with a 2-point lead.
Hanson and Johnson check in. Frostburg, with just 8 seconds to go till halftime, will try to tie with a basket or take the lead with a 3, and it's going to be Welch shooting a 3, and she left it short, and the Knights are going to have a 2-point lead at halftime.
Good defensive effort there by Southern Virginia Knights. They go in, like you said, 40-38. I think there's a lot of positives. We can always look to the free throws and turnovers, but they're still winning. I think they've taken advantage when they had the numbers, the fast break. They get turnovers. The last drive, Meredith Willett drove it coast to coast, missed a layup, but she was able to get points at the free throw stripe. So I think continued taking care of the ball, improve the free throw shooting. We might have another home victory here. We got another half to play.
Then if you're the Bobcats, you got to be really wondering where your offense is going to come from. Outside of Alexis Welch, Frostburg has really kind of struggled to really find offense today.
And make sure I get the right name here. I'm looking for, not Stotler. Stotler played good, but Kirsten, Kirsten Rayner. She has unofficially 7 points. She's got 2 fouls in there, but a couple turnovers, but she's had some key rebounds on offensive and defensive end, making some free throws. No three-pointers, but just providing that senior leadership. And I think this is anybody's ball game. I think they're going to make adjustments. Coach Roberts and her staff going to make some adjustments. Stay tuned for the second half. We'll find out.
And good balanced scoring, as you mentioned, Jimmy, by the Knights. Larissa Knight had a great first half as a point guard, and then the Knights got really scoring from lots of different places.
And Larissa Knight played some defense in only her second start the whole season. So with Corey Stout missing, it seemed like the other players were able to pick up the slack and try to do what they can. We just got the stats here. So for the second half, with a score 40-38, leading scorer, obviously Alexis Welch for the Frostburg State Bobcats, and it is Meredith Willett with 10 points. You've got Shelby Windsor has 6. Also with 6 points is Kelsey Johnson. She started the game. And also coming off the bench, Kimmy Eads has 7 points. A good, well-balanced, whereas the only top 2 scorers for Frostburg besides Alexis Welch was the senior Kirsten Rayner. She came on strong at the end with 8 points. So, both teams shooting about 40%. Free throws, Southern Virginia
missed
50%. Yeah, They have here total, for the game 53% from the free throw, while Frostburg shooting 88.9%. So that's an area that they can improve on. But they're winning by 2 points with the missed free throws. That leads now 45-38 if they're making them.
So the Knights, who led 26-22 at the end of one quarter lead here at halftime, it is Southern Virginia 40 and Frostburg 38. We will take a halftime break here from the Knights Sports Arena. Southern Virginia University, the Night Sports Arena. I'm Jim Bresnahan, joined by Jimmy Groff. It is 40-38 here at halftime. Southern Virginia holding on to a 2-point lead against the Frostburg Bobcats at halftime. And Jimmy, you got a quick word on gear.svu.edu and a few other announcements.
Gear.svu.edu is the newest and best source for all official Southern Virginia University gear. With the new year, 2017, there's a sale of 10% off all decals and magnets. You can also gear up with a wide variety of casual wear coats, backpacks, and outdoor gear for the whole family. Remember, gear.svu.edu, the official online store of Southern Virginia University Athletics. All orders are shipped within 24 hours, guaranteed. Gear.svu.edu.
40-38. It's a 2-point lead right now at halftime for the Knights over Frostburg. And Jimmy, what do you see as the keys to the second half? Knights obviously trying to reduce turnovers in the second half and get as many shot attempts as possible.
It appears that all the starters are the same as the first half, so we'll see if the defensive effort by the Knights have be able to corral the senior leadership for the Bobcats.
And the Knights will start the second half with the basketball. Again, leading here by 2 points as we begin the third quarter. Larissa Knight. And she turned the ball over, kind of carried it and palmed it a little bit, and the referees call her. And they have been calling that. Tuisa Verga called for that in the first half. So it's a 2-point lead as we begin third quarter play. Knights with the turnover, and Frostburg a chance to tie with a 2-pointer. This is Diggs outside, guarded by Barnes. Diggs will fire a three. It's no good. Rebound inside by Rayner, and she scores. Rayner, offensive rebound with the stick back. It's tied at 40. Here's Barnes firing a long jump shot. Good! Three-pointer by Alexis Barnes, and that is her second of the ballgame.
That's her 7th point thus far, giving the Knights a 3-point lead.
Her 12th three-pointer of the season. Here's Diggs. On a driving attempt, she scores. Victoria Diggs, sophomore guard, 43-42. Knights, 1-point lead. Kelsey Johnson to Windsor. Windsor shooting and is fouled by Stotler. Stotler will pick up that foul, and Windsor will go to the foul line to shoot 2, as Stotler just picked up her second foul.
Shelby Windsor at the line. Takes her first free throw, 5'10 junior out of West Richland, Washington. She prepped at Hanford High School.
Trying to make it 2 of 2 from the foul line here in the half, and it's good. So the Knights missed 6 free throws in the first half. They score from the foul line, 2 of 2 in their first 2 free throw attempts in the second half. Fields breaks the pressure. Outside long three-pointer, up and good by Megan Kelly, and it's 45-45.
Your favorite TV announcer.
Not so much. I'll leave it here at 45. And Frostburg has tied this game. Here's Willette on the left side, passing over to inside to Windsor. Nice pass by Kelsey Johnson, and Windsor scores again. And so the Knights, you can see Jimmy really wanting to get that ball down low to Shelby Windsor, and they've been successful.
Unofficially, that's her 10th point of the game.
Nice give and go. Blocked by Barnes. And a tie-up as Larissa Knight was able to grab that ball. Possession arrow is going to favor the Bobcats, but what a great block by Alexis Barnes. Fields inbounding. Outside the Diggs. Diggs hit a three just a few seconds ago. She kicks it off to Fields. She misses the jumper. Willette with a rebound. 2-point lead for the Knights. Knights again trying to get their first conference win of the season. Long jumper by Larissa Knight is short. Rebound comes to Kelly. Ahead the pass comes, and it's an easy layup up and in by Rayner to tie the game at 47.
Rayner now has 12 points on the game. She and Alexis Welch are the leading scorers for the Bobcats.
Larissa Knight on a drive, and she scores.
Larissa's first 2 points of the game. Knight is a 5'6" junior out of Hagerman, Idaho, she actually went to Northwest Community College.
And the Knights have the lead back at 49-47. Bobcats in their half-court offense. Lob down low to Rayner. She's fouled from behind by Windsor. Each team now with a team foul here in this third quarter. Knights leading 49-47. They led by 2 at halftime. From the right side, and it's going to be called a 2, it looks like. 49-49. We're all even again. So Diggs has started this third quarter with a couple of baskets, and there's a block by Frostburg on Kelsey Johnson's shot. Ahead, the pass comes to Fields, and she is fouled and scores. They call the foul on Larissa Knight. They count the basket, 51-49 Frostburg. As Eads and Tui Severa will check in here momentarily for Southern Virginia replacing Larissa Knight and Kelsey Johnson. So Frostburg has taken the lead back here, 51-49 after Larissa Knight just picked up her third foul.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that Larissa Knight got her first 2 points, and now she's got 3 fouls.
Free throw missed, and the rebound comes to Windsor. Knights had led by 2 here in the third period, now down by 2. Eads, spin around, got it. Boy, Kimmy Eads has found her spot down in the paint.
Nice move by the lefty there. That's her 9th point of the game, tying the score up again for Southern Virginia.
51-51. Bobcats have alternated between going low and coming out high. They go throw low that time to Stoller, but pass is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights, so it's Frostburg ball with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Great defense there by Shelby Windsor to bet the ball out of bounds.
Charisse Warren will check in. Her first appearance today. Ajawa Pinkra also checking in for the Bobcats. 6:01 to go third period. All even at 51. This is Charisse Warren working on Willette. Off to Rayner. She lost control of the ball. It's on the floor. Picked up by Alexis Barnes. Ahead to Tui Severa. Now Willette with it on the left side. Eads passing down low. Wild pass. Stolen away by the Bobcats. Ahead to Diggs. Diggs all the way. And she apparently is going to be able to draw the contact and go to the foul line to shoot 2. So Victoria Diggs, who came in averaging 11 points a game, has really been active, Jimmy, here in this third quarter on offense.
And Angel Tui Severa, the freshman guard, she's out of Orem High School, picked up her 3rd personal foul. There'll be some subs coming in for the Knights.
Can be, and Kelsey Johnson and Morgan Hartvigsen will check in for the Knights, replacing Barnes, Willette, and Windsor. 52-51 right now. It's a 1-point lead for Frostburg. Foul shot left short. Johnson grabs the rebound. Bobcats by 1.
Diggs, usually a 72% free throw shooter, missed that one. Kind of surprising.
Here's Gamby on the right side. Passes to the foul line. Jump shot on the way by the Knights, no good. Offensive rebound by Kelsey Johnson. Lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. Knights trailing by 1. Pass to Eads. Eads fouled by Pinkra. So Kimberly Eads will go to the foul line to shoot 2. And Pinkra just picked up her 3rd foul.
That's only the 2nd team foul against Frostburg State, while Southern Virginia has 3.
And Eads hits the foul shot. So the Knights are hitting foul shots, at least so far here in the second half, a lot better than they did in the first half. Eads missed that one. Pinkra with the rebound. All even at 52. And they call a foul on Eads.
That's only Kimmy's first personal foul of the game. She's one of the few that have not had any fouls thus far.
That is a 14 foul, though, so the Bobcats will be in the 1-1 with the next team foul on Southern Virginia. Diggs across the timeline, all even at 52. Warren dribbling left. Ball out of bounds. Apparently the last touch by Gamby, so it's Frostburg ball with 17 on the shot clock.
Good effort there by the 5'9" junior out of Junction City, Oregon. Gamby kind of going 1-on-2.
And Tui Savura just picked up her fourth foul. She fouled Diggs on a drive to the basket, and Tui Savura is going to have to check out. Larissa Knight quickly back in to replace her. So Angel picks up her fourth foul. It'll be a 1-on-1. Diggs, foul line. Foul shot up and good. Frostburg has the lead back at 53-52. It was Welch really leading the Frostburg offense, Jimmy, in the first half, but Diggs has really kind of taken over here in the third quarter. And she hits both foul shots. And the Bobcats will take a timeout with 4:52 to go in the third period.
Southern Virginia University has a rich tradition of musical performance. Over the years, talented students from all majors have participated in high-quality musical ensembles here on campus. For the spring of 2017 as well as the fall of 2017, Southern Virginia is offering generous music and theater talent scholarships regardless of your major, and this is for instrumental, vocal, and acting ensembles. Two websites you can apply to for theater. It's svu.edu/THEATRE, and for music, it's svu.edu/MUSIC. So music or theater scholarships for all majors. Check it out at svu.edu.
And it's a 2-point lead here by the Bobcats with 4:48 to go in the third quarter. The Knights trailing by 2 with the ball. Larissa Knight just in there to replace Tui Savura, who just picked up her fourth foul. Shot clock at 15. Hardvig's open for a three-pointer, and she missed it from the corner. And it's Frostburg ball. Warren to the right side. And Rayner is fouled. And Gamby just picked up her fourth foul. So Gamby's got 4. Tui Savura's got 4. And Windsor is getting ready to check in along with Alexis Barnes for the Knights.
We were commenting earlier, out of 15 games, Jamila has actually fouled out of 6 of them. Hopefully she can hang around and finish this game.
First foul shot by Rayner is up and good.
She's got a lot of athletic ability, a great speed, jumping, quickness. She's good at ball handling, and she loves to push the pace. Probably going to need more athletes like that to be able to.
Of course, also in the past here at Southern Virginia, Jimmy, a pretty good soccer player Jamila was.
And unofficially, Kirsten Rayner for the Bobcats has 14 points, leading all scorers.
And Barnes took her eye off the ball and lost it. Then she gets it back, passes down low to Windsor. She is fouled by Pinkra, and I think that's her fourth foul. That's will be the fourth foul on Pinkra.
Yep, that is her fourth.
And Windsor will go to the foul line to shoot 2 with the Knights trailing here by 4.
Windsor about a 69% free throw shooter on the season.
And that one is short. So Pinkra with 4 fouls is out. Stotler will replace her. And Willette is in to replace Knight. And second foul shot cuts the lead to 56-53. Knights' biggest lead of the game was 6 at 29-23. And right now they trail by 3 here in the third quarter. Sharice Warren thought about taking a 3. Kicks the ball down low to Rayner. Wild pass. Rayner couldn't handle it. Out of bounds. It's going to be Knights basketball. So an opportunity here for Southern Virginia after the Frostburg turnover to cut into this 3-point lead. Barnes already has a couple of 3-pointers. as does Willette. And the pass never gets to Barnes. It's stolen away momentarily by Frostburg. And then they call a foul on Kelsey Johnson reaching in while she was lying on the floor.
That might have been a viewpoint call from that referee's viewpoint. That was, if we had instant replay, that might be overturned.
As it is, with a 1-1, it'll send Cache Fields to the foul line for a 1-1. And that was no good. So apparently it was a 2 double bonus. And Cache Fields on the second shot hits it to make it 57-53. So the foul gives Frostburg a point. It's a 4-point lead right now for the Bobcats. Hartvigsen thought about a 3, didn't take it, drives to the lane, misses the shot. Windsor tried to grab the ball and loses it out of bounds, and the Bobcats have the ball to 4-point lead.
And then if there's a contact and bodily contact on the shot, so consistency makes you think, what's a foul, what's not a foul, right?
And the Knights need some defense now, trailing by 4. Fields over to Warren. Warren with a step-back jumper, no good. Kelsey Johnson grabs the rebound, and Warren fouls Hartvigsen.
Both teams will be in the 2-shot bonus for the rest of this third quarter.
That'll be a non-shooting foul. 14 foul on Frostburg, so the next one will be a 1-1. Knights trailing by 4. Really could use a basket here in the third quarter. They led by 2 at halftime. And Willette open for a 3-pointer. Couldn't get it to go. Fields ahead to Warren. And over to a wide open Rayner, and she scores on the fast break to make it 59-53. Dangerous point of the game now for the Knights, who have been close all along, but now suddenly trail by 6. Inside to Johnson, blocked by Stotler.
Great defense by Sydney Stotler.
Diggs, cross-court pass. Comes outside to Fields. Warren's going to try a 3. It's no good. And Barnes grabs the rebound. Barnes' pass knocked away. Warren trying to save it, stepped out of bounds. So the shot clock is at 22 for the Knights.
And even there you had a referee question the other referee on the call. That's why they make instant replay.
Hartvigsen will fire and couldn't get a 3-pointer to go. Another tough miss for Southern Virginia. And the Knights trail by 6 here in the third quarter.
Coming off the bench for the Bobcats, it's really been Charisse Warren, 5'5" guard.
And she just traveled with the ball for a turnover, so the ball will go back to the Knights.
She's been very active, whether that was a turnover, but she's been chasing loose balls, coming up with fouls, hitting key baskets.
Interesting, too, Alexis Welch, who I think led all scores, certainly led Frostburg in the scoring in the first half. This is her first appearance, Jimmy, of the third quarter. They've been holding her out until now. Hansen's in there. Off to Windsor, over to Barnes. She's already got 2 threes, and she missed that one. And a travel is called on Frostburg. The rebound went to Rayner, but then she was pressured, and she traveled with the ball.
Uncharacteristic of the senior. Kristen Rayner travels, good call by the referee. Southern Virginia basketball.
Windsor, turnaround, blocked by Stotler. No foul called. Looked like there was some body contact. Here come the Bobcats with a 6-point lead. Warren all the way down the lane. Scoop shot no good. She missed it. And Warren, I think, trying to get the rebound. Maybe picked up the foul call here.
It's almost as if Charisse Warner is saying, I want to play more. This is my time to shine. Even when she's making mistakes, she's doing it 100 miles an hour, going after loose balls. Shelby Windsor's just a little too strong for her, got that rebound. In Atlanta Giants, it's hard to battle when you're 5'5" against a 6'2".
Yeah, that 5'5" really does come into play, I think, when you're talking about.
but she had some passion and some effort. That's one thing.
Windsor's first foul shot is good as Eads will check back in. Eads in, Johnson out, and Willette is going to check out. Larissa Knight back in. The Knights trail here by 5.
See if they can pull a little closer in the last minute or two of this third quarter.
Tough miss there from the foul line. Knights still down by 5, and now Barnes will pick up a foul, and that will send Diggs to the foul line. And Victoria Diggs from the foul line is 72% this season, and she's really been racking up the points for the Bobcats here in the third quarter. Diggs' foul shot up and no good. Missed it. One more shot coming here for Victoria Diggs. And she missed them both. The ball is grabbed by the Knights. Eads has it. Knights trail by 5. And Barnes is called for a travel. So just when the Knights had a chance on a fast break to maybe cut into a 5-point deficit, they got a traveling call with 1:04 to go here in the third period.
Good consistent call there by the ref. They called it on Frostburg earlier. They got to call it against us. That's just good consistent call.
Stotler with it outside. High post. Diggs working on Barnes. Warren will try to go baseline. Gets it over to Rayner. Outside to Welch. And her shot rims out. And the Knights grab the rebound with 36 seconds to go here in the third period. Knight, foul line jumper. Good.
Nice shot by Larissa Knight, 5'6" junior out of Hagerman, Idaho.
Pass to Rayner on the fast break, and she scores. Oh, in a matter of seconds, Rayner gets the pass. She slipped in behind the Knights' defense.
Rayner showing her senior leadership for the Bobcats.
Pass down low to Eads. Eads along the baseline is trapped now. And with 3 seconds is the call on Southern Virginia. And so 7 seconds left in the period, and the Bobcats have the ball, and they've got a chance to close the third quarter with a basket. As Windsor checks out, and Kelsey Johnson's back in for the Southern Virginia. Pass to Diggs. Diggs, 4 seconds to go. She'll fire a long 3. It's no good. And the Bobcats will have a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter. So the Knights led at halftime 40-38. But in that third quarter, they are outscored 23-16, going from 2 points ahead to 5 points down.
With the new year, 2017, remember to celebrate by getting 10% discount on all decals and magnets at gear.svu.edu. It is the newest and best source for all official Southern Virginia University gear. All orders are shipped within 24 hours guaranteed. That's gear.svu.edu. You can also gear up with a wide variety of casual wear, coats, backpacks, and outdoor gear for the whole family. Remember, the orders are shipped within 24 hours guaranteed. That's gear.svu.edu, the official online store of Southern Virginia University Athletics, gear.svu.edu.
Quick check on the stats. We've just got them here, Jimmy. 19 turnovers now for the game for the Knights, 16 turnovers for Frostburg.
Well, a lot of it is the shooting percentage, free throw. It appears right now Frostburg shooting for the game 70% to the 57% for Southern Virginia. For the game, field goal percentage 44.9, almost 45%, while Southern Virginia is shooting 40%. That last quarter, Frostburg outscored Southern Virginia 23-16. So that's been a key determination. They just pulled away at the second half.
So here we go, fourth quarter action. The Knights trailing by 5 as we start this fourth quarter. And Larissa Knight is fouled by Sharice Warren.
And one surprising stat here, fast break points, Frostburg State 20, Southern Virginia 6. Usually the press has been to slow them down to cause turnovers, whereas we're making the turnovers and they're getting more points off fast break. That stands out as
and I'm going to guess that Rayner, who's got 7 field goals made, probably has at least 3 or 4 of those on fast breaks.
turnover there by Southern Virginia. It's now Frostburg basketball. Leading scorers for Frostburg include Kirsten Rayner with 18. You've got Alexis Welch with 14 from the first half, and Victoria Diggs.
And Rayner is 7 of 8 from the field. And again, I would imagine 3 or 4 of those baskets made were on fast breaks for easy layups. Here's Diggs, who also had a big third quarter scoring. Now Stotler with it. Welch driving right side. Wild shot, no good. Loose ball picked up with 3 on the shot clock. Diggs will have to fire. She fires a long jumper. It's going to be an air ball and a shot clock violation for Frostburg. So good defense by Southern Virginia. And they'll take the ball back, trailing by 5.
Leading scorers for the Knights include Shelby Windsor with 12, Meredith Willett with 10, and also Kim Eads coming off the bench with 10 points herself.
Here's Barnes, right corner, passing inside to Eads. And the pass comes outside. And it's going to be called over and back. I thought it looked like one of the Bobcats tipped that ball, but the referees say no. It looked like one of the Bobcats got a hand on that ball and knocked it back out, in which case it would not be over and back.
It did appear there was a tip by the defense. That's why it went backcourt, but we don't have instant replay. So
the Bobcats have it on a 5-point lead. And Diggs with a long 3, no good. Over the back call on Rayner on the foul. Bobcats seem to be content, Jimmy, firing those long 3-pointers with a 5-point lead.
And that's Rayner's 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul this quarter for the Bobcats.
Knights on the attack, trailing by 5. Windsor, foul line. Shot no good. Rebound, Willett, right side. Good.
Nice shot. Meredith Willett.
3-pointer. That's her 3rd 3-pointer, I believe, of the game, Jimmy. And the Knights now within 2 at 61-59. Southern Virginia trying to win at home for the 2nd time this season. Fields driving and scoring. Cache Fields scores to make it 63-59. Back come the Knights on the break. Pass down low to Kelsey Johnson. And she drew contact inside, and she'll go to the foul line to shoot 2.
Kelsey's done a very good job. Steady, consistent, starting role. She's played about 23 minutes, and she missed that shot, but she's got 6 points. She's come up with 4 assists and 6 key rebounds thus far.
And that foul shot, no good.
That was her first free throw attempt on the game.
Stotler picked up that foul for Frostburg, her 3rd.
For the season, free throw percentage, Johnson's about 50%.
And she missed them both. 2 big misses there. Bobcats leading by 4 with the ball. Cache Fields kicks it off, left side. Stotler hits the jumper. 65-59, Frostburg by 6. Barnes fouled by Fields.
That's Fields' 3rd personal foul, 4th team foul.
The Knights are going to be shooting a lot of free throws, it looks like, Jimmy. That's the 14th foul on Frostburg already here in the 4th quarter. So the Knights are in position to maybe potentially shoot a lot of foul shots. Willett, another 3-pointer. Good.
Meredith Willett is on fire. 5'5" sophomore out of Suffield, Connecticut.
And I believe that is her 4th 3-pointer for the game.
She leads all scorers with 16 points so far.
65-62. Knights cut that lead down to 3. Welch stops. Gives off to Sharice Warren. Warren, backdoor pass to Rayner, and she got fouled. And Rayner will go to the foul line. Boy, Rayner is finding a way to get behind the Knights defense on a regular basis tonight.
Kelsey Johnson's 3rd personal foul of the game. Rayner unofficially 7 of 9 from shooting. She's been 4 of 5 so far from the free throw line this game. She's got 2 attempts here for the Bobcats. Actually, she leads all scorers, 18 points so far.
I don't believe Welch has scored in the 2nd half as Rayner buries a foul shot. Gambia will check in for Kelsey Johnson, who just picked up her 3rd foul. 4-point lead for the Bobcats with 7:05 to go. Miss, nope, she got that one to go, and it's now a 5-point lead for the Bobcats. Knights need a basket, trailing by 5. And a turnover. Ball knocked away, picked up by Charisse Warren. Warren will try to go all the way and lays it up. Couldn't get the shot to go. Stadler had the rebound and lost it. And Warren picks it up. Now the Bobcats are going to work on the clock a little bit. Welch going all the way down the right side and picks up some contact apparently, and she'll go to the foul line to shoot 2. She had a big first half and has been pretty silent here in the second half. Don't believe she has scored in the second half, Jimmy, and that foul was on Windsor.
That's Windsor's 3rd personal foul. Shelby, the 5'10 junior out of West Richland, Washington.
Welch getting that free throw. I think that's her first point of the second half.
That's correct. She was quiet in the 3rd quarter, and now she's got 15 on the game.
16 now, and it's 69-62, I believe. That's the biggest lead of the night so far for the Bobcats, 7 points. After that, we'll let 3. They have outscored the Knights 4-0. Gamby down low to Windsor, and she almost was able to get that shot to go. Instead of a chance at a 3-point play, she'll get 2 foul shots.
Good passing there by the Knights. Shelby Windsor got a chance for 2 free throws. That's going to be a real crucial part of the whole second half from now on. For the rest of this 3rd quarter, any foul that Frostburg commits, Southern Virginia is going to go to the free throw line, so they really need to attack, take advantage of the free throws in their advantage.
And the first foul shot is good. Warren just picked up her 4th foul, and she'll come out of the game. Diggs is in to replace her. And Windsor left that one short, but it rolls through. 69-64. Knights with backcourt pressure. Diggs just into the game. Works it over to Fields. Up court to Welch. Alexis Welch gets a pick. Over to Fields. Shot clock down to 8. Pass to Rayner. Nice give and go to Stadler. She couldn't handle the pass. Outside Diggs with a 3. Good. Big 3 with the shot clock down to around 2 seconds. And it's 72-64.
Diggs 2 of 6 for the game, 4 of 10 shooting, and she's got 15 points.
Larissa Knight will try a 3. Left that one short. Got her own rebound, though. It's Barnes with a 3-point attempt. That one's an air ball, too strong. So Jamila Gamby picks up that foul.
That's
fouling out of the game.
Fifth personal foul on Jamila. She finishes the game with 5 points. She had 3 steals, 3 assists, 1 rebound, unofficially 1 of 3 from the free throw line, and was 2 of 7 from field goals. Good defensive effort by Jamila.
Boy, that 3-pointer by Diggs with 2 on the shot clock. That was a huge basket to make it 72-64. Just when it looked like maybe they were going to have a shot clock violation. Got a moving pick here on Cache Fields. And we'll see if that's number 4, number 5 on her. That's her 4th foul.
That's it. That's her 4th foul. It should be, that's
offensive foul.
Yeah.
So the Knights will take it and trail by 8 here in the 4th quarter. Nice pass down low to Johnson. Back to Windsor. Blocked by Stadler. Stadler has another block tonight.
6-foot freshman showing some great shot blocking ability there.
And a big block for the Frostburg defense. Knights were trying to cut into an 8-point deficit. Now Diggs guarded closely by Barnes, and a hand check is called on Barnes. Close to 14 fouls, so Tui Severa checks back in. She's got foul problems, replacing Larissa Knight.
2nd personal foul on Alexis, like I said there. Southern Virginia needed to stop here, stop the scoring momentum, get the ball back, and cut into this lead some.
And Fields, baseline, missed the shot. Willette grabs the rebound. Starts her own fast break. Willette will go all the way and couldn't get the layup to go.
That time they let him play. Still an 8-point
doubt
lead.
About that. And now Frostburg will try to work on that clock a little bit with an 8-point lead. Stadler almost lost it. Gives it over to Fields, inside to Rayner, and she scores again inside. Boy, I know she's got a great shooting percentage. I think she's 8 for 9 for the game, but again, all her shots, at least maybe 6 or 7 of those 8 baskets, have got to be from 2 or 3 feet away.
Actually, she's 8 of 10, shooting 80%. She has 22 points for the Bobcats, leads all scorers in the game.
Willette will try a 3, and it's up and no good. Kelsey Johnson with the rebound. Fouled from behind by Stotler. That time she blocked the shot, but also got the body. And that will send the Knights to the foul line to shoot 2, trailing by 10.
Good call by the referee at the line, shooting 2 free throws. Number 21 for Southern Virginia, Kelsey Johnson, a 5'10 freshman out of Cumming, Georgia. She prepped at North Forsyth High School. Give a shout out to all our viewers down in Georgia. Go Bulldogs.
No question about it. Another missed foul shot by the Knights. They had missed 6 at halftime. Have been doing a lot better in the third quarter. But they missed that foul shot. And Kelsey Johnson, one more coming, and she missed them both.
She's 3 of 8, 37.5% for the game at the free throw line.
And needless to say, Jimmy, when you're down by 10, you cannot afford missed foul shots.
Well, both teams now in the double bonus. It may come down to free throws.
And right now the Knights trail by 10 as Stotler will go to the other way after the foul on Alexis Barnes, her third. First foul shot is good. It's an 11-point lead for Frostburg now. Their biggest lead so far tonight. Stadler hits them both. 76-64. Knights trail by 12.
Stadler 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She just picked up her 7th and 8th points of the game.
Southern Virginia in desperate need of a basket now. Tui Severa over to Kelsey Johnson, and she scores.
Nice job by Kelsey Johnson. Cuts into that lead a little bit. Much needed basket.
76-66. You'll see Frostburg come down here every time down and try to run a little bit of time off the clock, I would imagine, Jimmy.
Well, and Kelsey's been involved, and she's been making those baskets. Just need a little bit more point production out of her. But she's done well starting one of the few games she has started this season.
Diggs going through and scoring. Wow, what a shot by Victoria Diggs. She has hit some big baskets in the second half.
Can Diggs miss? Diggs is a 5'4".
And that was in amongst the trees as Tui Severa can't hit a three-pointer. Welch has the rebound. She's tied up. Possession arrow will favor the Bobcats.
Still plenty of time left.
Well, Welch was the big scorer, Jimmy, in the first half, but I would imagine Rayner and Diggs they've got to have 3/4 of the points that the Bobcats have in the second half. Alexis Scott will check in for Meredith Willette, who's had a great game. 4 3-pointers today. Eads will also be back into the game for the Knights, replacing Kelsey Johnson.
Yeah, making her first appearance here is Alexis Scott, a 5'6" guard out of Grants Pass, Oregon. She prepped at North Valley High School.
Diggs going right through the Knights defense to get it across the timeline. And a timeout is taken by the Bobcats with 2:32 to go. And the Knights trailing here by 12.
Southern Virginia University does have and continues a rich tradition of musical performance. For the spring and fall of 2017, generous music and theater scholarships for talented instrumental, talented vocal, and acting students to participate in the ensembles here at Southern Virginia, regardless of your major. Apply now at svu.edu/MUSIC, or for the theater scholarships, apply to svu.edu/THEATRE. That's svu.edu/theater. For the music scholarships, svu.edu/music. Southern Virginia University Theater and Music Scholarships. Check them out online right now.
Knights led 40-38 at halftime and now trail by 12. That's their biggest deficit so far tonight. And just 2.5 minutes to go in the game. This is Stotler way outside. Shot clock for Frostburg at 10. Cache Fields driving and missing. The rebound, Eads, and she is fouled. Fouled by Rayner, I believe. Rayner was locked up with Eads, and Rayner picks up the foul.
That was Rayner's 4th personal foul. Both teams being the bonus, so Kimmy Eads at the line for Southern Virginia, shooting 2 free throws.
And Eads has had a pretty good ball game today, as Larissa Knight checks back in, replacing Tui Severa.
Eads is about a 64% free throw shooter on the season. In the game, she is now 4 of 6, so about her average there.
2 big foul shots right there to make it 78-68. Cache Fields, 3 defenders on her, gets it across the timeline to Diggs. And here we go. Frostburg will again stall a little bit, take some time off the clock. Diggs on a drive, kicks it over outside, jumper on the way, up and no good by Frostburg by Rayner. Knights down by 10, really need a basket now. Inside to Eads, couldn't get the shot to go, but she was fouled, and Eads will go to the foul line to shoot 2. So the Knights are still alive here, down by 10 with 1:42 to go.
Unofficially, I got that as Eads' first or second miss. She's shooting about 60% plus for the game. She's got 12 points so far, and she's got 2 more free throw attempts here.
Pinker and Warren are in. Diggs is going to sit down for Frostburg.
Actually, Stotler, according to, that was her 5th personal foul for Stotler. She's fouled out of the game.
Didn't do a lot of scoring, but did have some nice blocks.
Yeah, she had 8 points, 2 blocks, 3 steals, and some key rebounds, 3-4 rebounds. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 overall. And she's had long arms.
Eads got 1 out of 2. Eads got his own rebound and scores. Eads grabbed her own rebound off a missed free throw to score to make it 78-71. The lead is now down to 7. Will the Knights foul here? This is Warren outside with the ball. Now Pinkrow with the shot clock at 15. And the game clock down to 1:18 to go. Fields passes over to Rayner, over to Pinkra. She couldn't get the basket and drew some contact. And Ajawa Pinkra will go to the foul line and shoot 2. That foul on Eads. That'll be her second foul. And Pinkra will go to the foul line, shooting these foul shots. Just 6 of 8 from the foul line entering this contest. And she got the first one. Well, that is in. And Scott will sit down. Alexis Scott sitting down.
Yeah, Pinker's about an 80% free throw shooter. She's shooting 100% for the game.
8-point lead for the Bobcats with 1:07 to go. And Pinkra missed that one. Knights grab the rebound, trailing by 8. They really need a basket now. And over to Barnes for a 3-pointer left side, up and no good. Frostburg with an easy break the other way. Rayner was all the way, lays it up, no good, missed it. But somehow Warren grabs the rebound.
That's hustle right there. Warren has just made a lot of hustle plays, for better or for worse.
And now the Bobcats will run the clock a little bit. And finally, the Knights go ahead and foul. Well, the Bobcats were able to run 10 or 15 seconds off the clock, Jimmy, before the Bobcats actually had the Knights foul them.
Alexis Barnes picked up her 4th personal foul now at the line. That's Warren.
9-point ball game now.
She's about a 73% free throw shooter for the season. Cherise Warren trying to prove to her coach.
She got them both. 10-point lead.
Trying to prove to Coach Saunders that she's ready to play.
30 seconds to go. Larissa Knight with a 3-pointer. Up and no good. And Barnes trying to grab the rebound. I think she picked up the foul, and if so, is that her 5th foul? I think she fouled out, yep. So Barnes fouls out with 25 seconds to go.
Yep. Jamila Gamby fouled out earlier. Alexis Barnes. Barnes on the game. Unofficially, I got her with 7 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Unofficially, 2 of 6 for 3-pointers and 2 of 7 overall. Good effort. Just too many fouls.
Pinker at the foul line. And the first foul shot missed. 10-point lead, though, for Frostburg. Just 25 seconds to go.
Let's go, block out! Let's go! Get her body on it! Block out!
Pinkrod got the second one. 11-point lead for the Bobcats.
Pinker herself is 10 of 14 from the free throw line this game.
Willett hits another one. That's her 5th 3-pointer tonight.
19 points on the game for Meredith Willett, 5'5" sophomore, again out of Suffield, Connecticut. Isn't that the same home state as Jimmer Fredette?
Might be.
Former NCAA
BYU star.
Player of the Year for BYU, went to the NBA. I think he's playing in China nowadays. But maybe they do. And Steve Young's from Connecticut. There's something about those Connecticut athletes. Meredith Willett's just another one. So.
And she came into this ball game 31 3-pointers made this season, and I have her down for 5 for the game now. 5 3-pointers. And so it's 82-74. It's an 8-point lead right now for Frostburg with just 18 seconds to go.
Reminder, we got timeout again. Check out the website, gear.svu.edu, the official online store of Southern Virginia University Athletics. All orders are shipped within 24 hours, guaranteed. You can get your coats, backpacks, outdoor gear, casual wear for the whole family. Gear up at gear.svu.edu. They're having a sale right now, Jim. 10% off all decals and magnets. I know you like those magnets for your refrigerator. Check it out at gear.svu.edu, the newest and best source for all your official Southern Virginia University gear.
Also, don't forget, coming up in about 25 to 30 minutes, we'll have the men's contest for you. Southern Virginia hosting Frostburg. The Knights, the men's team, 1-7 in the conference, 3-12 overall. Of course, last home game, they were able to knock off Mary Washington for their first conference win of the season, and they're hoping to get another conference win tonight against Frostburg. Knights women's team here losing by 8 with 18 seconds to go. And Alexis Scott fouls Warren. So Meredith Willett does have those 5 3-pointers. She's 5 of 9 from 3-point range. 19 points. Leads the Knights in scoring today.
One big difference, free throw percentage. 55% for Southern Virginia. And about 76% for Frostburg. That's been a real big difference. Warren picks up her 3rd point of the game, all on free throws. She's 3 of 3 herself from the line, and that's all accounted for all 3 of her points.
Yeah, really for Frostburg, Jimmy, the big guns in the second half been number 21 Rayner and number 10 Diggs. 10-point ball game, 13 seconds to go. Larissa Knight driving and leaving her shot a little short, but Windsor there for the rebound.
Shelby Windsor picks up her 16th point. That was also her 7th rebound on the rebound and putback. Something that also stands out besides the second chance points of Frostburg. Both teams pretty even on points in the paint, 32 and 32. Points off turnover. Frostburg State had 18 points off turnover. Southern Virginia only 12. The lead has changed 13 times. There's been 18 different occurrences of the score being tied. So this was close. Really, that third quarter, they outscored us by 7 points, 23-16. Fourth quarter, they've already outscored Southern Virginia by 1 or 2 points. But that third quarter really was critical to separate these two teams.
And the Bobcats are going to run the clock out. Alexis Scott fouls Warren with just 1 second to go. So the Bobcats trailed by 2 at halftime, but a big second half is going to get them the victory tonight. And with the win, they're going to improve to 4-5 in the conference and 6-10 on the season.
Well, I'm glad Megan Kelly was here so she can report it to that new TV station she works for, which I will not name. No advertising here. We are neutral when it comes to different television stations. But, yeah, Megan Kelly here at the line right now, Charisse Warren.
And Warren gives her team a 10-point lead with a second to go. And the final score is going to be 86-76 as Frostburg ends up winning it.
Some final stats here. Leading scorer for Kirsten Rayner, 22 points. Led all scores. She was 8 of 11 from field goal range. No three-pointers. She was 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Had 8 rebounds. She did have 5 turnovers and had 4 fouls, but 22 points there. Also doing very well for Frostburg State was Victoria Diggs. She had 17 points, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 of 12 from field goal range. Had 2 three-pointers, and also Alexis Welch. She had most of her points in the first half. 14 in the first half, 2 more in the second. Gave her 16 for the game. Leading Southern Virginia with 19 points is Meredith Willette. She had 5 three-pointers. Right behind her was Shelby Windsor, 16 points and her 7 rebounds. Kim Eads came off the bench and had 15 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist. Also doing good for her, one of her few starts this season. You have Kelsey Johnson with 8 points. You had Larissa Knight with 4 points, but great effort on the defensive side. And then Morgan Harbison had 5 points herself. So I think it really hurt that the 2 gals that fouled out for Southern Virginia is Gambee and Barnes, and that really took some of that full court pressure, the speed, the athleticism they have, and Frostburg made their free throws.
Okay, looks like we're going to have Coach Heather Roberts for a quick interview here in just a couple of seconds. Get her reaction to this tough loss. 86-76 was the final score. Once again, a 10-point victory today for the Frostburg Bobcats as the Bobcats get the victory and improve to 4-5 in the conference now, and 6-10 on the season. Knights dropped 0-9, and also 3-13 on the season, but 0-9 in the conference. And Coach Heather Roberts joining us now. And Coach, you led by 2 at halftime. Frostburg had a big third quarter for you guys. Looked like a lot of energy out there for you guys tonight.
Yeah, I thought the kids played really hard. They went to that zone, and unfortunately we went really cold from the outside and missed a lot of free throws, which is what we thought. So anyway, we talked about that we needed to take care of all the little things, and we just didn't take care of enough little things to win the game tonight.
And there were some really tough moments. The shot clock was winding down for them, and then the Diggs hits that three-pointer with like 2 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, and so I thought overall, like I said, I thought the kids played hard, but we talked about just doing the little things, and we just didn't take care of it.
How much of a challenge has it been for you throughout the season? Yeah, I think we figured out going into the ball game today, you had 14 different players get a start, and you've tried a lot of different combinations really throughout the season.
Correct. Yes. It's been more of a challenge than you know. It's been very, very hard. The kids, they play really hard. We've tried different combinations. We've had a lot of injuries. Tried a lot of things, and losing's hard. It's hard to keep losing, and the kids keep coming back and trying hard, but just keep on working.
Coach, what are your plans here for the second half of the season? Now you got a couple of road games coming up. I know you'd love to get some home wins down the stretch, but it's tough to win on the road too in the Capital Conference.
I'll take anyone right now, so I'm not really picky. I'll take it on the road or at home. We need a win.
Any 1 or 2 players you want to talk about too, because Meredith Willette had 5 three-pointers. Alexis Barnes getting a lot of playing time here in the last 4 or 5 games. She's playing pretty we
she did a nice job. We need someone that could take number 10. That girl has scored 39 before, and anyways, I thought she did a good job defensively on her, and so I thought the kids stepped up. I thought there was a lot of good play by a lot of kids. So,
and Coach Roberts, you had Larissa Knight and Kelsey Johnson starting in the first half. You held their leading scorer. I think she had 6 points. It was number 21, Kirsten Rayner. Larissa Knight, any thoughts on her starting? Is something that you can look for? Maybe she can step on the defensive end a little bit better?
Well, yeah, and so she's been actually out all season until just last week, and so she's still kind of getting back into it. So she was a 2-year starting point guard for a junior college, and that's kind of what we envision is her taking over the team. But you can see, like, offensively, she's still a little bit rusty and still trying to get used to the team and stuff. But, I thought she did a good job, and we've had Corey hurt now, so it's just kind of like one after another.
And I see Corey start warming up. She had the concussion protocol. How soon might she be back?
I don't know. We're just waiting for the trainer to give her the okay, so we haven't gotten that okay yet.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on the road next Wednesday, and also, I guess, this weekend, too. So the Knights lose a tough one, 86-76. Again, this was a game, Jimmy, the Knights led by 2 at halftime. And you got to credit Frostburg. They really made some big plays in the third quarter.
And 23-16, that third quarter was real crucial for them. And you see the box score, Southern Virginia won the first quarter 26-22. Second quarter 16-14 in favor of Frostburg. So that was a 2-point lead at halftime. Then Frostburg 7-point advantage, 23-16 in that third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, with the 2 players fouling out, Barnes and Gamby, those are 2 good athletes. To keep up with the speed and the athleticism, Frostburg just had that 5-point lead. They won the game, 10-point victory. I think the free throws, just looking at the line, I should have asked Coach Roberts, but 17-31, that's 14 points left at the charity stripe. Those are free throws, whereas they only missed 8. So there were opportunities. They turnovers. We had 22. Not that far a difference. That was really a 4-point swing here and there. They just got to put it together. The unforced errors. There's opportunities to play better, and I think the Knights will play better.
And unfortunately, our question that we asked at halftime was answered. We mentioned for Frostburg they had to have concerns. Welch had a big first half, but they weren't getting too much from anybody else. And then sure enough, in the second half, Diggs really hit from the outside and the inside. And then Rayner found a way to get behind the Knights defense on several occasions for easy layups, and they had big second halves.
And might I add, they had some point production, but Meredith Willett stepped up, hit 5 3-pointers. We've got some key pieces of the puzzle. It's about putting together and not fouling out. If we get our best 5 on the court, there's some chances to turn things around. And this was one of those games where 2 key players foul out. It's hard to have the other team still has their best players, and 2 of our better players are on the bench. But that's that depth and who's going to grow up, who's going to step up. I still like what I see out of Shelby Windsor. She's been providing the leadership. Kimmy Eads off the ankle injury. Can Corey Stout come back? Meredith Willett her outside shooting. We've got some players. They just got to put it together and play a complete game, and they can't have those little irresponsible fouls and unforced turnovers and missing free throw shots. If we hit all those free throw points, we make all ours. We win by 4.
That's true.
So, very young team. Lots of potential. The future's bright for Southern Virginia basketball.
So a lot of chances in the second half of the conference schedule to get some conference wins. But with this loss tonight, the Knights now drop to 0-9 in the Capital Conference. Final score again, it was Frostburg 86 and Southern Virginia 76. The men's contest is about 15 minutes away. We'll take a little break here from the Knight Sports Arena. Join us in about 15 or 20 minutes for the men's contest, Southern Virginia and Frostburg.